Hey, good morning. It's Saturday, August 1st. We're rapidly getting through the end of 2020. And God is at work. And He's telling us this year that we can't live life as a people, as a church, as a country on our terms. We live life on God's terms. Now, we can be discouraged about that. We can be perplexed about that. We can be overwhelmed, mad, want to see political change, want to look for all kinds of things to make a difference. But when we do that, we lose a great centering truth that is designed to be an anchor to hold us. Just as we see the things in my garden that grow, and maybe you can catch that we've got several hibiscus are blooming. Another bluebird family is doing quite well. There's 4 of them in there, little babies that are growing rapidly. These are evidences of God's care and concern for us. And see, through all this, Psalm 100, which we've been looking at these last several days, Psalm 100 gives us this one great truth. For the Lord is good, and His love endures. His faithfulness, His loving kindness continues through all generations. See, nothing in 2020 negates this truth. For the Lord is good. His love endures forever, and His faithfulness continues through all generations. Well, what we're experiencing right now is the faithful love of God. Maybe not in the way that we would have expected or anticipated, but that's part of the problem. We're anticipating God to act the way we want Him to act. We want to define good as what I think is good, rather than embracing the truth of this song, this psalm. It's both a song and a psalm. I mean, we're supposed to be singing this in our hearts. So rather than embrace this truth, maybe the reason we don't embrace it is because it's not part of the music of our life. I just know that God intended these things to carry us forth. He intended music to carry us, not to deplete us, but to carry us. So I need to be singing continually that the Lord is good, and His love, His Hesed love, endures forever. His faithfulness continues through all generations. That's how I interpret 2020. August 1st of 2020, I interpret this as the love of God enduring forever. So if this is true, then the first lines of Psalm 100 are equally true. Shout for joy to the Lord. A little bit of sun there. It's okay. It moved my shield. It should come back in a second. This is what God has called us to. Shouting for joy because His love endures forever. See, that was true at the beginning of 2020 when everything looked like, wow, all the great possibilities what this new decade would bring. Well, now, after we're over 7 months into this new decade, you see a lot of folks with discouragement. But the basic truth is still there. The Lord is good. His love endures forever. And His faithfulness, His purposed faithfulness, continues, not only for the rest of 2020, but for all the generations to come. So we do have reasons to shout for joy instead of being bound up in despair and saying, oh no, what is August going to bring? What is September going to bring? What they're going to bring is the opportunity for us to know the love of God, to rejoice in it, to shout for joy, because His love endures forever. It's unending love. We are God's. We are His. He has made us. We are the sheep of His pasture. We can enter His courts with praise and into His gates with thanksgiving. I think I reversed that, but it works. We have reason to sing joyfully before Him. Let this truth center you and me this morning as we begin August. For the Lord is good. His love endures forever. And His faithfulness, His loving kindness, His commitment, His passionate love for me will endure for all the generations to come. And that indeed is a reason to shout for joy. Let's let God's truth shape us and not the news and not our experience, but this blessed truth of the Holy Spirit. Rest well this day, and we'll see you tonight. Bye-bye.